And we are live.
Here we go.
Sound okay?
Yeah, all good. I can hear you.
Hello. Hi, Kevin. How are you anyway?
I'm absolutely wonderful. Excited to talk to you.
So you're experiencing your lockdown for the first time now, aren't you?
I am. I haven't had lockdown until this week, and now I know what you lot are going through.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Are you not enjoying it?
I don't mind it so much, but it's just it's like going to the shop and just getting some milk. You have to text somebody and say, "Can you go for me?" Or if you want to pig out in an evening and have a load of chocolate, everyone knows where you're up to now.
Yeah, I suppose they do. Got some people in the room already. We have one of Darren's subscribers, the Epic Tankist. I don't know if that's a clue. We have Nigel in the room. Hi, Nigel. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Nigel.
So, and we have Harry in the room, which is my boss's son. So, hi, Harry. Thanks for joining us. So, yeah, we're going to have a chat with the people in the chat. Me and Kevin are going to have a chat amongst ourselves. We'll talk a little bit about fragrance, a little bit about my channel, probably. Just catch up with Kevin. I text Kevin. We don't text each other as regularly as I think we should, but we are very close, and we'd like to see each other a lot more, but we're too far away. So this is a great way to have a catch up, and I've got a couple of little ideas to run by you, Kevin, actually, on that note. So one of the ideas I want to run by before we give people your update on what you're up to is that you're not massively into fragrances, the same as I am.
No,
and
you're the geek, not me.
Yeah, I'm the geek, and I think it's brilliant that I can bring you on and you can ground the channel slightly. So you can give an honest opinion of how you think something smells without being a frag head. And I think the videos that we've done, we've had positive feedback on that. Yeah. So what I've got an idea of, and I've touched on this previously, but I've done nothing about it as usual, is that maybe we can do this while you've got your staying at home period for some time.
Yeah.
Maybe once every Friday, because I'm off Fridays at the moment. When I go back to normal after school kids, it'll be a Tuesday. But maybe we could do a quick daytime live. And what I'll do is I'll send you a decant of something once a week.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And we'll have a chat about that fragrance, about what you think of it. How's that sound?
Perfect. That sounds like a plan.
So it'll be Fridays to start with, when you're feeling okay. And then it will be Tuesdays when the kids go back to school.
Yeah, cool.
Excellent.
Just for the record, I don't have COVID, in case anyone's worried. I'm not going to be like dying off in the next couple of weeks.
No, hope not. So we have a couple of regular viewers and friends, I would say, in the chat now. We have Scott. Hi, Scott. Thanks for joining. And we have John Snow. John is literally the most active person in the fragrance community and the nicest. It's been voted by a lot of people. It's official.
How are you?
Not me.
You're nice.
I'm all right.
Let me put you down.
You're going to vote.
Everybody.
And we have Maya now in the house as well. Hi, Maya. Maya, I will be watching your stream backwards. I won't be watching it backwards because that won't make much sense.
Should be sucking the scent off into a bottle. It's weird.
That's it. So, Kevin, what I'll do, won't talk about everything like your private life and stuff and what you do for a job, but you've got something coming up that's obviously a bit life-changing for a little bit of time. So do you want to talk us through what you're going to be doing so they have an idea of why you're at home at the moment?
Yeah, so I've been working throughout lockdown because of the job I do. I'm a key worker, so I've been working all the way through it. So I've not had this whole lockdown experience, but I'm having an operation in a week's time, next Wednesday. When I was 18, I broke my leg playing football, and where it's set over the years, I've got what's called an internal rotation. So my leg or my shin and my foot bend in slightly inwards. So I'm having an operation where I have a cage fitted on the outside, and it basically, you turn the cage or you turn the screws every day a certain amount, and it ends up basically straightening your leg out. So essentially I'm having my leg rebroken again so they can straighten it up. So 20 years ago it happened, and I'm now finally getting it sorted now. But I have to get it sorted because otherwise in later years I can get arthritis and other issues. So I'd rather go through a year or so now having this fixed and then be better later on. So yeah, it's unusual for me having to do this whole lockdown thing because I haven't done it yet. But it's yeah, it's okay. Could be worse.
Yeah. Hi, Russell. Thanks for joining us. And hello, Heather, for joining us. Heather's all the way over in America, Kevin. So we have some American friends. So yeah, that's I witnessed to Kevin's injury all those years ago on the football pitch, and it was pretty horrific to see someone that you know and love in so much pain. Awful, actually. And it wasn't just your leg, was it?
No, I dislocated my ankle. I broke 2 bones in my leg. I did it properly.
Just didn't do it by halves, did you?
At least it wasn't you that did it.
What, broke your leg? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
could never have lived that down, could I? We're on the same team, thankfully. So, but no, it was awful, and you've struggled ever since with it slightly, haven't you? It's never been right.
No.
But finally, after all this time, you're getting it done. So you're now in lockdown for your operation. You've got to isolate for 2 weeks. So you've done a week and you've got a week left?
Yeah, I've got a week left. I'm still having to work from home, but it's yeah, it's different not being out and about.
And you're not even allowed to go out for a bit of bread and milk?
No, nothing at all. Just basically, if you have COVID, you're not allowed the operation, so I can't risk it. But yeah, it's one of those things.
So so who's dropping stuff? You got like your sister and your mum and dad just dropping stuff around your house, or you just
my sister's dropped some bits off. My mum's dropped some bits off. Sophie's mum and dad have dropped stuff off as well. So being well looked after, luckily. I'm still waiting for you to drop something off, but it's yeah.
Hey, watch this space. Won't be dropping it off, but might be sending it. Who knows? So I would come down and see you. I will do when you've had your operation. I'm off Tuesdays. We can arrange something anyway. We can arrange to come down and see you and try and give you some company. Because how long do you expect to be at home for? It's going to be some time, isn't it?
So again,
how long do you plan? How long do you think you're going to be at home for? Any ideas?
No, I'm in hospital for a week or up to a week afterwards. And then the cage they said it can be on for up to a year. So I should be able to walk around with it on and do everything else, but it's just the cage itself will be on for up to a year. Hopefully it won't be that long and I'll be fine. But going back to work, I should be able to go back to work with it on. It would just be different. Yeah.
So have you got any memories of fragrance from like when we were younger at all?
Jean Paul Gaultier is the main one from when we used to go out clubbing, or Dupe, the old classics. But it just reminds me of when we used to go out, because obviously I used to go out with you and your mates as well when you was 18.
Yeah.
And I was only 16, 17 maybe, so you was a bad influence. Yeah. And I think, I can't remember if you said this in your wedding speech or not, but when one day I went out with you on a weekend with your mates and you said to me, all I need to do is put some glasses on and spike my hair up and then I'll look 18. So I was stood outside the club at like 16, 17 years old. You made me go in. And then when I was the other side of the bouncers, I was jumping around screaming. You was like, don't do that yet. They'll kick you out. So but all of the precursor of going out, the main thing I remember is the smells that take me back to that. So it's really odd. Like, as I say, Jean Paul Gaultier and that kind of smell, I remember it just takes me straight back to when we was younger.
Now, you were a Dupe boy. I think Angie was as well. I wasn't. We've got someone in the room that's a bit of a Dupe or Dupe fan, Yop, however you want to say it. And he's a massive fan, and I wind him up about it because I'm not a big fan. But I remember you or Andrew having it. Was it you?
I've still got some now, so I'm a fan. But then the second my dad started wearing it, I stopped. So it's like jazz. I thought it was good until my dad got it, and then you just stopped. So yeah, I've got Duke now, and I still really like it. It's just it's distinctive. You know what it is straight away, don't you? And again, it's nostalgic. It takes you back. But I don't wear that all the time. It's not one that I generally will wear.
Yeah, Russell's put, sounds like my teens, Tony. I used to hang around with my older cousin. I didn't have any older cousins to hang around with, so I had to make my own way. But Kevin used to tag along, didn't you?
Well, you was the first to get your driving license and your own flat and everything else, so you was the cool cousin. Now, obviously, I'm the cool cousin, but it's fine.
Yeah. You're the more successful one anyway. Let's put it that way.
So yeah, I used to follow you around everywhere, but it was fun times.
Didn't have a bad upbringing, did we?
No, you had to live with your mum. I didn't.
I'd love her to be seeing this.
I wouldn't say that to her face.
No, she'd kick your ass.
I'd be sent to the bedroom and be like, "That's it, you're off."
She would kick your butt. So, right. So, have you got any plans for today apart from this? Have you got working?
Yeah, I'm working up till 4-ish.
Yeah.
And then we've been really sad. We've been catching up on older films and box sets and stuff. So, been watching Jurassic Park. Got the last one of that tonight. And then I've been watching a program called Succession. That's good as well. That's on Sky Atlantic, I think. But yeah, just chilling, watching TV. We've been in the garden working because it's been so hot, but I've just had enough of the heat.
So, it has been really hot. Is it cooled down there today? It's cooled down.
It has. There was a thunderstorm last night, rained heavy, and then that cooled it down. So it's so much more comfortable now.
Yeah, we can actually sleep at night, which would be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
So recently I recommended, because you've been wanting to get Dior Sauvage for some time.
Yeah.
And you asked me if there was any cheaper alternatives to it. And I think you were maybe going to look at Perfume Parlour. And I told you to hold on. So, I got Kevin said hi. I asked you if you asked me if there was one that you could get that would be decent and recommended, and I recommended to hold on just for a little bit until Rosa Salas brought out their reformulated version of. Let me just get the sample out. I got it. Found it. Sorry, I got a whole bag of samples there from Vitor at Rosa Salas and reformulated Wild Water. And you went online and ordered it, didn't you? You got the bottle there. And are you happy with it?
I love it. Russell, I've just seen your thing as well. Yeah, I did get it. It's just amazing. The smell didn't disappoint. It was exactly what I wanted. So I didn't know how big the bottle was going to be. Obviously I knew that I was ordering a 50 ml, but I didn't know how big the bottle was going to be. And when it came through, I wasn't sure how long that would last because it doesn't look like loads of aftershave. It doesn't look like loads of juice. And I've been wearing this loads, and that's how much I've used. So you only need a little bit. It lasts pretty much most of the day, and it's, as I say, the performance is good. It keeps going, but it doesn't seem to be going down, which is really good.
Yeah. Have you seen the comment I've left on the screen there?
Where did you write that?
It's on the screen. Interesting that we have to be 21 to get into bars or clubs.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't even look 21 now, so I'd be struggling.
You do.
Why are you laughing?
You're trying to kid. We were very.
They can drive younger though, right?
Yeah, they can drive at 16, I believe.
Exactly. So it's not bad. They just yeah.
We were a bit lucky because we grew up in a time where you could get away with it a little bit more. You can't get away with it now.
No, you have to have your driving license and everything scanned, don't you, on the way in now? So it's a struggle.
You're not going to get away with a fake student ID card, are you?
Or glasses and spiky hair.
Or glasses and spiked hair.
No, it's not going to wash.
No, most of the places in London now, they scan your driving licence on the way to make sure they know who's in there, don't they? So
yeah, it's all security, isn't it? But yeah, you can't get in anywhere now.
Yeah. So you're enjoying your thing, but you received another sample. What did you get?
This one. Don't know if you can see that.
Hendon.
And
this is something different to anything you've ever smelled before, isn't it?
It is. So I got this thinking this is what I wanted. This is the one I was going to wear. That's it. And then I got this little sample through and thought I'll give it a go. And now I'm going to be wearing this and not this. So I want to order this one. And I think I've told you already, and I think I said in one of your lives recently, I went to go and buy it. And my wife, Sophie, basically said, no, you're not going to buy it. I'll get it for you. And then the more I keep hinting about it, the more she keeps saying, maybe you'll get it for your birthday. Well, my birthday's not until November, so it's a bit of a wait. So I'm trying to convince her at the moment to purchase it early. But I love it. It's such a good smell.
It is a good smell. That will lead you down a rabbit hole, I think, because there's some other fragrances I think that you will love of mine. And you're going to have to apologise to Sophie in advance for me, because the stuff I'm going to send you one by one, I think you'll end up wanting them all. And it's going to be quite dangerous, I think. So I'll send you a good size sample so you can live with them for a little while before.
Yeah, before I get told I'm not allowed anymore.
There is so Hendon is a clone of a fragrance by a niche company house called Parfums de Marly, and the fragrance is called Leighton, and it's probably one of their most mass appealing, easy to wear fragrances. It's liked by a lot of people in the fragrance community. I really like the DNA of it, and I've had a couple of different interpretations of it, and for that reason I don't want the original. Now, what I would say, Kevin, with that one you've got there, it is very, very close to the original.
I was going to say, have you smelled the original?
Yeah, I've got a sample of it, a good size sample, and it's also is more powerful than the original. It seems to have a higher oil concentration, and it certainly lasts as long. Although the original does last a long time, it's a great interpretation of it. And the one thing that's the most accurate about Hendon is that when it dries down, it gives that slight sort of animalic, musky smell that you get with most of the Parfums de Marly's when they dry down. And the interpretations that I smell don't really have that, but this does. So it's got that slight animalic.
I think that's what I was trying to say to you, because again, I'm a novice, I don't know anything about this, but all I know is with this, the way I would describe it is, to me, there's two different smells, and I think that's what you're saying there with the animalic, but the two got a really nice smell, but when it starts to die down a bit, it's got a different smell, I think, and it's still really nice. It seems to have two different smells, like when it dries down and when it's freshly sprayed, and I really like both of them, so it's a winner.
Good stuff. Now, what Vitor will end up doing is he will, every time you order something, he will probably put a sample or two in for you.
Because he's a clever businessman.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
So my question with that, though, obviously I don't know if he listens to these things. My question with that is, when he sends out the sample, does he send out a sample of something that's similar to what you've done? So you'd like that, or is Hendon, for example, is a new smell out, so that's the one he sends out? Have you found he normally goes similar?
No, I think I think the bit where it's new, I think that's what he does. I think if he's got something new that he's proud of, and he won't, for example, send you Alien for women if you've ordered Wild Water Dior Sauvage clone. He's not going to send you a lady's fragrance. He's going to send you something that not necessarily thinks you like. He doesn't know your taste, but he'll send you something new in his collection. You might like it, you might not. Now, I've got a lot of samples and full bottles from him, and I am that's why I've recommended them to you. But there's another brand I want to recommend. I recommended it on text to you, and I've got one here that I know that you're going to love, and it's going to be the first one I send to you. And it is called Man in the Mirror. Now, there's a reason I'm going to send this to you, and that is because the DNA of this, just the DNA, is that it's a slight DNA of Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male.
Nice.
It has a similar scent profile. But have you noticed on recent formulations, recent bottles, that doesn't last very well anymore?
Yeah, it doesn't. Not anymore.
No, it used to, but it doesn't anymore. And this is a thicker, creamier, more opulent. I know that's a posh word, but I'm trying to find words that
I'd understand.
yeah, you understand.
It's dumbing me down again.
It's rich. It's richer in it. It's wicked. It's wicked governor. That's what it is. It's wicked gov. It is a really nice fragrance, and I think you will love it. Now, this is a clone or interpretation of a fragrance from an very expensive house called Xerjoff, and the fragrance is called, wait for it, Reflection Man, hence the name Man in the Mirror. So I got a sample of this a long time ago from a guy called Matt who runs the company, Matt Wilson. He is a top bloke, top customer service. That bottle for a 50ml is $34.99. I think that's delivered as well. That is something I could wholeheartedly recommend, and I'm going to send you the sample this week, so you've got it by next Friday.
Okay, spray it a bit now, see if I can smell it.
And I've got it wrong. I've said Zerjoff for some reason. It's Amouage. Thank you, John. I do know it's Amouage as well, so I don't quite know what's going on. Hold on, you ready? I'll spray it at you.
Go on. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells.
So good. This is so good, Kev. Honestly, you are gonna absolutely love this.
The only stuff that I haven't liked, and I can't even remember what it was it had in it. If one ingredient, there was too much for me. It was too manly, and I can't think what it was. But it was one ingredient that you had in a few of yours that was just too strong.
Yeah, there is oud, which is very strong.
Oud, yeah, I didn't like that.
Which Becca really hates as well. I don't like it when they come to. I have got a lot of fragrances that I think you'd find a little too challenging. Although in the community, Kev, I think I'm known to have a bit more of a basic nose. So in terms of my collection, I think there's a lot you won't like actually.
Yeah, so mine is more. I like Hendon and the Wild. This one.
Wild Water.
Wild Water. I think that's my kind of smell because it's more. I was going to say feminine, but that's probably not going to do me any favors. It's more sweet, isn't it? And I think that's what I prefer. I don't like it being too. Yeah, I don't like it being too harsh.
But Jazz is quite harsh. Do you remember Jazz?
Yeah, I do. But again, that's what my dad wore, so it wasn't something I was going to go and buy.
So you just used to nick it.
Yeah, exactly. It was that and the Old Spice stuff that he used to spray about.
I still need to get that bottle off him if it's nearly empty or not. Just make sure he doesn't throw that bottle away. Even if it's empty.
They had it in their old house, but I don't know if they would have taken the new one. But I'll text him and ask him. But he definitely had one because I remember seeing it.
Excellent. Well, thanks. If he has got it, just tell him to keep hold of it for me because I would love it. Even if it's not got any juice in there, I just want a bottle on my shelf. Just for nostalgic reasons. The first fragrance I ever purchased with my own money.
Jazz,
yeah.
And what's the last purchase you made with your own money?
Last purchase with my own money. I should know this. Was actually this. Hold on. Was it? What have I had in recently that I've purchased with my own money? No, it is this Man in the Mirror, and I got another one from Pocket Sense as well.
There you go.
So they were my last purchases. I've been doing a video this morning. I've been doing 12. It was a tag video from Chris at Fragmental, one of the large channels. I think I showed you his channel when you were last up.
Yeah, I saw you.
He tagged me in a video where I've got to do 12 fragrances, one for each month, and throw the rest of my fragrances away. And what would I pick for those 12 fragrances? And I'll see if I can turn this round enough. There's some clues. I'm going to turn it back round. There we go.
Is that your clue for your next video, is it?
Yeah, there's some clues on there. I'm editing at the moment, but it's a marathon edit. It was 30 minutes long unedited, so I've got to get that down to about 15 minutes somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Just cut out your talking.
Well, I waffle a bit, don't I?
Just show the bottles. Anything you say is no one's listening anyway.
Exactly. So since you last came up, I don't know if you remember what sort of following I was on back then. It's a little while ago you came up, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you had 1,000 Instagram. I don't think you was at 1,000 followers on YouTube.
No, so my Instagram's gone mad. I had a record day this week. It's as many as the record days. I sound like I'm bragging now. I'm not. I'm just really impressed. 40 people in one day is my record. It was actually 50 new followers in one day, but 10 unfollows. So 40 new follows in one day, which I thought was just mad.
That is crazy, isn't it? It's picked up. You're doing so well. It's, as I say, when you first said it, I was proud of you for doing it anyway. But it's such a good idea, and I know there's plenty of other people that are commenting and liking on this as well. That obviously appreciate it because they're still following you. So I think you're doing a good job. Just carry on with it.
Thank you.
I'm going to set up a channel, right? It's going to be the opposite to yours. I'm just going to do all the smells and then just say I don't really know anything about any of these smells, but it's a nice bottle. That's going to be it.
It's going to rival. It's going to rival it.
It is. I'm going to be your rival.
I'd love that. You know what? You'd probably overtake me. Probably people like that more.
It's going to be like a spoof version, and I'm just going to take the mick out of all your videos.
Well, what you could do is actually copy my clothes and everything. Copy what I'm wearing. Do your hair
I can't grow a beard though.
Do your hair in a similar way, and talk something like Nancy Boy, and then just come on and basically take the mick out of me and go, yeah, look, I've got this bottle. It's really nice.
Look at the lid.
The lid is lovely. It's not magnetic. Look, you have to put it on yourself. It's not. It's snugly low. You can hold it for the lid. Look.
I'm just jealous because you lot know what you're talking about, and I haven't got a clue.
Well, I didn't know what I was talking about until I watched a lot on YouTube, and you haven't got the time to do that. You have at the moment, but you usually in ordinary life, you're not as sad as I am. So you're a bit cooler.
Well, I don't know about that.
So let's go back to the comments. What have we got going on? Heather says Body Shop was recent, Tony. It was recent, Heather. I've had those for a little while. I've just been meaning to review them. So they wasn't my most recent purchase. But you're right, they were my latest video, I think. It's got Russell's put more than likely John, because my taste has varied a lot since buying that Phantom Sombre. Is something else.
Russell's put that comment on there saying I enjoy boozy scents, which I used to hate. What does that mean, a boozy scent?
So something that smells like whiskey. Now, this has been explained by Chris before. When you say you smell like booze, it doesn't mean that you wake up in the morning like a drunk and you smell like a drunk person in the morning. It's not that kind of fragrance. So imagine the sensation of either drinking a whiskey or smelling a whiskey. It's got quite a rich smell to it. It's more that association rather than the dry down of a boozy scent. So you don't smell like an alcoholic wearing one. I've got one here. Let me turn it round for you, which is a perfect example of that. And it is Amen, and it is by Mugler, and it is called Pure Malt. Now this has got a whiskey accord, it's got malt in it, hence the name. It's got peat in it, so it's quite a boozy, rich smell, but it's also got coffee note in it as well. So it's like a alcoholic coffee, but very sweet as well. Very, very nice. So that is a great example of a boozy fragrance. So you'd have to try one. I'd have to send you one and see if it's something that you would like. It's not something you'd wear in the summer in high heat, personally. I think you'd wear it either a cool evening or winter. So
even that, I never really even thought about that before, about what you'd wear because of the weather and what you'd wear. It just doesn't, to me, it's just, I don't have a massive selection of aftershaves. So I'm just like, that one smells nice, I'm going to spray that today. It's not, but it's when you say that, it makes sense that if you've got like quite a wintry smell, I think some of them you've shown me before, I've done the videos before, it makes sense if you're out on a cold winter's evening and you spray it, it warms you up. But I never really thought about that before.
So yeah, if you can imagine, like that one I've just shown you, what I told you that smells like, imagine wearing that on a cold days out to Winter Wonderland, for example. That is a sort of example of where you could wear something that would give you a memory as well. Whereas if you're just spraying the same stuff all the time, you don't have that sort of, you just don't think about it. You just do it. You just get up and spray. And I used to be like that. I've always had a fairly decent collection, would you say? Not big.
Even younger you had it.
But somewhere between 5 and 10 fragrances for most of my life, I would say. And it was always interesting going to my bathroom, which still gets raided to this day with Josh and Scott. In fact, Scott is a nightmare. He keeps nicking my Sauvage Parfum. He loves it. So he is, they've become in, and Josh watches fragrance community videos.
He's your son and heir, is he? He's coming in to take over.
Yeah, I wish he had the confidence to come in and do this, to be honest, Kev. He just won't be seen dead
Yeah,
won't
you.
talk about it. Yeah, but me in general, really.
That's a teenage boy, though. That's not anything else, is it?
Do you know what he said to me the other day? This is
Go
you'd
on.
like this, right? So he said to me that he admitted that if I was to go to the pub with him and his friends, that his friends would be okay with it and would actually like it. They'd think it's cool.
But he said,
But he's not up for it at all. He's like, you're not coming ever.
just is a no.
Ever. You're,
See, I try and convince myself that with Casey. I said, which is my nephew. I say, I'm going to go out with him, and he's still fine, but it will come to that time.
but I reckon, no, yeah, Casey thinks you're cool, though. Casey would go out with you, wouldn't he? You know he would.
Yeah, his mates do as well, but then it's one thing messing around with him around his house rather than me going out thinking. But then again, Casey doesn't really care. He will just be like, yeah, whatever, come along.
He'd want to go out. If we and you said we were going out and Casey, would you want to come? He'd like jump at it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think he probably would, actually. I'm cool. I'm a cool uncle.
If I said to Josh, Josh, we're going out, do you want to come along? I don't think he would.
You just have to force him.
He thinks he's too cool for school. That's what it is.
Do you know, you were just saying a second ago about your bathroom is with all your smells and stuff like that. I was just thinking about what I've got aftershave wise, and it goes through a story of meeting you, I think. So I've got the dupe and the Jean Paul Gaultier from like the old stuff I like. And then I've got, when you first started getting into fragrances, I've got the supermarket brands that started to smell like what other ones are out there. So I've got Million and Jean Paul, I think, like that. I've got a couple of those.
The little and Aldi ones.
Yeah. So I've got them still. And then it moves on to where, and I'm now on to like Rosa Salas and all this stuff. So basically, whenever I meet you, my aftershave collection changes direction to something else. So I've gone from the real stuff to supermarket brands, now going on to these other versions.
So Darren's in the room. So's your mum, Darren. So's your mum.
Hi, Darren.
I was talking to, there's a lovely lady in the chat. Don't take offence, Hillary. That's just our family. I've already given you an inkling of what we're like. My brother saying that just reminded me of the conversation me and Hillary were having last night. Hillary's from America, and we had a conversation about mum jokes, and now us as brothers used to like just basically go your mum at every opportunity. If I heard it, we'd get a clout. And that my dad finds it, I think, secretly hilarious, but daren't not laugh in case he gets a clout, so he just smirks.
Do they do the mum jokes in America as well?
Yeah, Hillary definitely does. She said that she does with her sister and brother and stuff. So she says that, and the other thing that she uses, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's what she said, yeah. So she uses that a lot, and I find that hilarious. So Tony has her phone out.
Be careful. We've lost him. He's gone.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be back.
No, I've finally taken over the channel. We've got rid of Tony, everyone.
Well, I'm back. I should be back. Hold on.
Oh,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't see you. That's
Mum decides to ring me at that moment. Darren, can you tell Mum to stop ringing me when I'm actually using my phone to live stream?
You're putting her down live on YouTube, on the internet.
Yeah, I'm like literally, she decides to ring my phone as I'm doing a live stream, and now I don't.
As you're no longer on the feed, this is now my channel. I've taken over. So welcome to. Haven't got a clue. Dicted.
I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to remove myself from the stream, and I'm going to come back in. Hold on.
Right, I'm not going to add him back again, just so we'll know. I think Tony's in trouble. I think his mum's called him, so he's run off now. He invites me into these chats and then just disappears.
Can you hear me, Kevin?
I can hear you.
We're
just discussing how you're getting told off in the background.
Yeah. Now this is really annoying now because it's just literally completely ruined the stream because I cannot get my camera back on. Work that one out.
If it makes you feel better, you look better like that.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
I think you'll find you'll get a few more subscribers now.
Dear oh dear. So Darren, can you go and tell Mum to sod off because I've now cannot join the conversation properly. I don't know what to do. How do I do this, Kev? What do I do?
Well, whilst you're sorting that, I'm gonna answer some of these questions. So
go on then, do it.
Is it Maya from
Mia? Yeah.
Mia. We were just discussing that earlier. Mine is this Wild Water still from Rosa Salas. I love it. And then we was discussing the Hendon one, which I also love, but I'm waiting for a full bottle to come. And John, with regards to Tony's hair product collection, it's probably 3 times as much as his aftershave collection because he's got so much hair he needs to spike up and over. So I don't know if you've seen this film, Something About Mary, but I'd imagine it's probably similar to that.
I don't have any words, Kevin. This is I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why I cannot see myself or what's gone wrong.
Have you turned the light on?
It's just really dark. Dark. I can't see anything. What's going on? Someone turn the light back on.
They just said that you've got Bex's avatar, the Fragdicted Snaps one keeps coming up.
Oh, does it? I've nicked that as well, obviously. I thought I'd use that in emergency. Right, I'm going to see if I can remove myself from the stream again, Kev. One moment. Right, so I'm going to remove.
Right, he's gone again. We can talk about him. This is probably the most fun live YouTube I've had. Actually, no, this is the first live YouTube I've had. But anyway, it's still fun. The Rosa Salas So 1980s is good. Fruity, long lasting. I do like the fruity smelling one. So yeah, I think I'll probably like that. Darren, it runs in the family. You're just as bad. I think he's gone for good this time. He's given up. He's back again.
I just want you back for good. No, what I'm gonna do, Kev, is yes. I'm gonna go in on my other phone. So I'm just joining StreamYard on my other phone because I think it will just come straight in. So, and then I can remove this me from the stream and get the new me in the stream.
What's different about the new me?
I've redone my hair.
We've just been discussing that.
Oh no.
As Russell said, nothing like getting put on the spot. You invite me into a conversation and then disappear off, and I'm now sitting looking at myself
I know,
on the screen.
I'm sorry.
I could be saving lives right now.
You could be, yeah. And instead you're stuck with me. Great. Great. Right, continue. Don't show this again. Go back 1 second. StreamYard. Don't want to continue to YouTube. I want to go into my... Right, 1 second. I will be there in a minute, Kevin, and we will resume this stream. So, Darren, tell Mum off. Give her a slap for me.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm good, Darren. Thank you. Just isolating and talking to a blank screen. Heather, is there any scents you want to try? I think I said at the beginning, I'm not a frag head or whatever it is that Tony calls it. I don't know anything about aftershaves really, other than what Tony normally recommends. So yeah, there's loads I want to try that he's described, and I think he said at the beginning he's going to send some samples through for me to do some live feeds in the future. So I'm looking forward to smelling a few of those. But yeah, Hendon's the one that I'm going to buy. I got the tester of that, and I think it was brilliant. So it's something I'm probably going to look into as well.
Right, Kev, I'm nearly there. I'm just going to enter the stream. 1 second.
Just literally move this Hendon bottle from one place to another, and I can smell it already.
1 second. Let remove me.
It's like you've done this before, Tony.
Just got to turn my volume down.
Right. How many fragrances do I own? I've got probably 5 or 6, but a lot of them are old classics like Million, Jean Paul Gaultier. I've got Hugo Boss, which I love as well. So yeah, they're the ones I've got at the moment, and then I've got the Wild Water as a newer version. Hi Tony, welcome to my channel.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
I can. Unfortunately, I can see you okay as well.
It's better without me, yeah?
Yeah, so welcome to my channel. Anything you want to say about fragrances? I know you've got a lot to say.
You're the expert, you tell me.
I love the smelly stuff. That's my favourite. The not smelly stuff, I'm not that keen on.
Well, there is a funny conversation that I've just heard you refer to as a couple of times, and it doesn't. I've had to change the way I'm thinking with it, because it's, how do I put this? It's not described as aftershave, because aftershave is a category all of its own in fragrance. So an aftershave is something that's traditionally known as like a splash bottle.
Yeah,
When you've had a shave and you got like a splash and you put it in your hands, Home Alone style.
Yeah.
That is an aftershave, and then they have different categories. So, but we still call it aftershave, probably because of where we come from and what we knew it as. And
so what is it? Is it just fragrances now then?
Just fragrance, yeah, perfume, fragrance. There's all different categories. So, Kev, don't let Tony. That's nice, right? I'm going to. For some reason, this is really strange how my camera isn't working, isn't it?
You're working now. It's on fine now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll carry on then. So yeah, thanks for joining me, though, Kev. I appreciate it, even though my family want to ruin this stream, which is nice of them.
I think the amount of time you've been on here, I say thanks for joining me.
What have you got? Let's change subject. What have you got for dinner tonight?
What have I got? I've got some form of stir fry, I would imagine.
Right. Okay.
Something I'll be doing.
Chicken stir fry.
Yeah, we've got some duck stir fry or hoisin duck or something like that.
Very nice.
But I will be going hungry over the next few weeks because Sophie doesn't like cooking. So yeah, ready meals, here they come.
Have a great day, Hilary. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, no, it's I've got, you know what I had to do? This is a strange one. This is how middle class I think we've become, right? So, not me personally, but I'm definitely not middle class. But Phoebe comes to me this morning and says, Daddy, I would really like to try enchiladas.
I had them for dinner the other day.
So I was like, oh, do you? She's like, yes, I'd really like to try enchiladas. So would you get me some enchiladas? So I've had to go to the supermarket to buy all the stuff to do enchiladas.
That's
just
cool.
So you can try enchiladas.
Make it really spicy. She won't ask again.
Yeah. And the other day, this is even more middle class, right? This is definitely middle class. She says, we had to take Jackson to the vet. And when we dropped him off, I said, right, should we go and get some food? And she's like, I know what I'd like, Daddy. I'm like, okay, this is like 9 o'clock in the morning. I would really like some sushi for lunch. She's like 8, nearly 9. What's going on? Like sushi. So yeah, we can get mum some, but I'd really like some sushi.
Sushi's
So,
good. It never fills me up.
let's go and buy some sushi from Waitrose.
No,
Not just sushi from any supermarket. I have to go to Waitrose because they've got a sushi counter, and that's where we have to go to buy
Are
sushi.
you sure she's yours?
Probably not.
As you're munching on your Big Mac.
Yeah. This is how un-middle class I am. So I went to get a sushi, right? And I said, right, it's now like 9:30. We need to go and get some breakfast somewhere. Where should we go and get some breakfast? He was like, but we can't go anywhere too far, Dad, because the sushi will get warm in the car and it will go off. So we can't go. I was like, okay, well, let's go through McDonald's drive-through then. That's how that's like we're going downhill now. And as we're going through McDonald's drive-through, I see a massive sign, and I was so excited. And it was like, oh, Phoebe, look, the double quarter pounder's back out. So that would tell you something. So she's just like, oh, Daddy.
That tells me everything.
You love McDonald's, don't you? I was like, yeah, I do. Yeah. Have a lovely
You
day,
can't
Maya.
tell her. See you later.
Thank you. So so my child, I don't know what I've created, but she's more middle class than I ever was, or am.
Yeah, I was going to say am, not
Or
was.
am, yeah.
You still are.
Yeah, definitely working class, 100%.
No, I did. I'm fiddling with this in the background. I've just taken the lid off and I'm just playing around with the cap as I'm talking to you, and I can smell it coming up, and it's just reminded me again how much I want to get this one. It's amazing.
It's strong, isn't it? Well, I can't wait to send you this. I'll send you a good size sample of it because I think you'll have another new love.
Looking forward to it.
Sorry about that. So I'll send it. So next Friday we'll do something about midday again.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and we'll just have a little smell. We won't probably be on as long. We wanted to do this more of a sort of catch up, really, as well between me and you.
Yeah, I was going to say next Friday I'll probably still be in hospital, so I probably won't be able to do it then. But
okay. Yes.
Probably maybe the Friday after.
When are you going in?
Wednesday. And then I'm likely to be there for either a week or at least till the weekend.
Yeah, so oh dear. You'll have to let me know as you're going in so I know what's going on.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I've just seen that message on there about wait till she reaches 16. Mine's 13 and she's a nightmare already. And the other one's 11 going on 30. So yeah, I think they're both going to be a nightmare.
Darren's have you seen Darren's comment? Tony, Mum said you better not ring her after a stream or she won't answer.
She wants to speak to you desperately, doesn't she?
Well, she obviously did. She was just ringing to tell me off, obviously, try and not show off, but tell me off in front of people that I'm talking to because I'm showing off. But it didn't go too well.
So is she watching this now as well then?
She's watching as well, I think, yeah.
Hi, Mary. Make sure you tell him off.
I get told off all the time from everybody. I'm used to it.
Oh, poor you.
Definitely economics, mate. Definitely. 100%.
By the way, your brother is sexier than you, Darren.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Dear, oh dear. Darren goes live back this next Friday, Darren. I think his channel has been on a little bit of a pause, but I think he's back. Oh, this is nice. Look, there you go.
Friends off. I don't know what that means.
Friends. Yeah, I think something to do with friends.
I think that's what it is.
Tony is so laid back. He's horizontal. Russell, I am until I have technical hitches on my channel, as you know. It then doesn't go like that. In the background, if I knew I wasn't being talked, there will be F-bombs, all sorts going on. Kev, did you hear about this? This is funny. Did you hear about a live I did? I did a live with 5 other gents. There were 6 of us on the screen.
Yeah.
I was hosting the live. It was on a Thursday evening. I had Scott and Josh here. Someone said in the chat, it's not a live of mine unless I've got a technical hitch. Something goes on in the live, right? This time round, everything was going wrong. I couldn't hear people. yet everyone could hear each other. I had delayed sound, I had echoed sound, everything was going wrong. I was getting lagging, you know, like this worry sign. And I've got 200 megabyte internet. It is fast here. It's on Virgin. Mega fast, right? So I go outside to see who's using the internet. I go out into the conservatory. Josh has got on his Xbox, downloading a rather large game, I think. He's got his PC on, online, doing something. He's on his phone watching a YouTube video. That's one person, right? I go upstairs after giving Josh a little rocket, telling him, is he effing stupid and all this kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. Who needs 3 devices at once? Stop being a blah, 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 right? Then I run upstairs. Who's using the internet, right? Bex is in her room on something. Phoebe's on her room in something. And I go into Scott's room and he's on the Xbox playing online gaming and he's got a YouTube video on at the same time. So it wasn't my finest moment.
So what you're saying is you should have logged off to let them do their thing.
That's what I should have done.
You was being selfish.
No, I don't think I was being selfish. I think I gave them a bit of a rocket, and to the point afterwards, I had to go and apologise to everyone because I was a bit mean.
Did you do that because you was live?
I did that because I felt guilty because I just threw a few F-bombs. I threw a few F-bombs at everyone in frustration.
Oh dear.
So I had to go and then apologise to everybody.
Well, at least you apologised.
Yeah, exactly. I could have just told them they were still
friends.
I won't say it all. I'll get demonetised from even monetised. So Russell's put, just like my house, Tony, the girls text down when they want dinner. That's terrible.
That's
Can you imagine texting your parents when you're younger while upstairs and going, Mum, what's for dinner?
No, my mum still does that thing where she goes, Kevin. You're like, yeah? And then there's no reply. Kevin,
yeah.
No reply. Yeah. And you have to get up and go and see what they want because they can't shout out more than what they want.
I still get that. And my mum's watching this now, so I can actually tell her. My mum does that, right? Because she doesn't know whether her excuse is, it's not an excuse. She's got a good reason for it. But I'll just get a text and it will just say Tony. Every single time I feel like writing back, yes, that's my name. But yes, Mum. And then she asked the question. But I said to her, why don't you just ask me the whole thing in one go? So Tony, blah, 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 blah. Then I can just answer you straight away. And she's like, no, because I don't know whether you're free or not because I'm busy at work all the time. So, yeah, I just get Tony. And I'm just like, yeah.
You should do it back. Just text back Mum and leave it 3 days.
Mum, and then just leave it. No, she knows. Then if I think thought process that I text her back, she knows I'm free, so I can talk to her.
Is that her thought process?
I think so. She can hear.
I know. I wouldn't even like to start
thinking. Beat up after this.
I wouldn't even like to start thinking what your mum's thought process is.
I'll ask them now. Mum, Dad, Darren, do you want to pop round for a coffee after this, and then you can all beat me up? But come round for a coffee. Kevin, I've got a new fancy coffee machine since I last seen you.
I've just seen Economics Mate's thing, and it's funny how different countries the terminology means so many different things. So they throw a thong if they don't answer for dinner. They throw a thong down the stairs, and he described that as being as a flip flop. But that's completely different to if my daughter threw a thong at me. I'd be having words.
That's quite strange, yeah. If so, say for example, Beck's upstairs and she throws a thong down at me. Over here, that would mean I'm going up the stairs quite sharpish.
Unless it's your thong.
Good job she's not watching this. I'll get in trouble. John's put, ha ha, my mother's thong at me. I'd need counselling.
So economics, mate. A thong here is the really stringy underwear, in case you didn't know, but that's funny.
Yeah, I couldn't wear those. Could you? Could you imagine wearing that?
No, definitely not.
As he's shifting in his seat every 2 minutes.
I don't know where this conversation's going, but it's now ended up with me wearing a thong.
But this is what our conversations go like in real life, isn't it? We just sit there and talk crap, basically. So have you got any new films you want to watch?
I haven't watched the, is it the war film 1940, 1917 or something? I want to see that.
I went with Becca to the cinema to see it, and it is literally amazing.
I do want to see it. It's meant to be brilliant. Everyone's seen it, but I've just not had a chance to catch up. I know you said the other day you watched Joker. That was amazing. Love that film.
Oh, wicked film. Yeah, I watched that. Now, that 1918 is what's so special about it. I won't give any of the storyline away, but it's done in like one take, one cut.
Yeah, that's somebody at work said that's what happens is in one take, and that's what makes it good.
So yeah, I've not seen anything like it. So there's no like editing or gaps. They obviously have edited bits together to make it one take because you can't film a whole lot of scenes like that. But
yeah.
they seamlessly put the stream together all the way through the movie. It is just so cleverly done. There's only one tiny gap where you could tell they maybe had some trouble, and he gets knocked blown down these stairs, and then he goes blank. And then he wakes up again, but it's still one scene, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you can tell they've used that to reset or do something. But mate, what an incredible film! And the way the camera worked, they use drones and different things, and the way they pan round all the time, and it's incredible, honestly.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give that a watch. I think it looked wicked when it came out, but I'll probably watch that over the next week or so, actually.
Yeah, it's wicked. Really good. Is there any TV series apart from the one you're watching you want to watch?
So we're watching Succession in a minute, which is different. It's really good. Somebody at work told me about that. There's quite a few. We're watching the the missing persons one on Channel 4 or BBC at the moment, actually, the missing persons. And it's weird watching that because obviously I'm not giving too much away from what I do, but that's pretty much what I do on a day-to-day basis. So it's quite interesting.
We've seen that. They're uninvited for a coffee now.
She said she came round earlier and knocked and you wasn't in, but she won't tell her that you just ignored the front door.
Shh. Pull down the blinds.
That the Homeland is meant to be really good. There's some Jeff's put on there about Homeland. I want to see that. I'm really far behind. Everyone's seen 24, and I still want to catch up with that. I've never seen that.
Never seen it. Russell's put, have you tried Ray Donovan on Sky? It's good. No, I haven't tried that either. There's lots I want to watch. Absolutely, so much. Lockdown didn't treat me too well in respect of like Netflix, because I was working nights. It was like Tesco, so you get up. By the time you're up and you've done the homeschooling and you've just got used to your normal day, looking after everybody and keeping the house clean and doing meals, 3 meals a day, which was tough every day. It was just like, it just took up the whole day. I didn't get much time to just sit down on my own and watch something. But hey, never mind.
We watch it most evenings.
What I like the evenings for.
Somebody else has just put one on there. The Chernobyl ones is very good. I thought that was brilliant. Yeah, I really. It's more graphic than I thought that it would be, but I think that added to it. I think it was brilliant. Great series.
Yeah, Ronald, it is a great series. Thanks for joining us, by the way, and thanks, Jeff, for joining us. We won't stay on too much longer because my middle-class child wants enchiladas for her lunch. So I'm going to be going off shortly to cook enchiladas for lunch. I keep saying that. Great. What I'm going to have fish and chips tonight, Kev, for dinner.
Nice. Do you know what I'm going to have for lunch? Shall I show you how middle class I am?
Go on.
I'm probably going to have a jam sandwich.
Jam sandwich?
We're a couple of skips.
Right, have you seen this? Right, this is hilarious. absolutely hilarious, and I love it. And I've got to take a screenshot of this. Let me put that on the screen there. I'm going to take a picture. There we go. There's a picture. I'm going to send that to Bex. Anyone mistake you for David Beckham when he heads to the shops? Is the comment. I've been compared. It's my favourite comparison. Kevin, have you heard my worst comparison of what I've been compared to?
Ricky Gervais.
No, Div.
Oh.
I love that word, Div. It doesn't get used enough anymore, does it?
Go on.
No, my favourite one, right, was in a chat like this, and someone came on and said, and I've said this a load of times, so sorry for the people I'm boring. Fuck me, Rylan Clark has let himself go.
You haven't got the teeth. That's the only difference.
No, I haven't. But I thought that was like literally the most hilarious comment I think I've ever seen. I just like wanted to crack up laughing. I think
I'm still in disbelief that somebody's likened you to David Beckham.
Mate, it's not the first time. It's not the first time. It's happened on a number of occasions now. So it must be true.
David Beckham's slightly older uncle.
Hey, we're the same age. We're the same age, thank you very much.
I can't believe that you've been likened to David Beckham.
I have. I can't help it.
I'm trying to think who I've got a likening to other than Mr. Bean.
You haven't been liked to Mr. Bean.
No, I liken myself to Mr. Bean. That's mainly because of the dance moves.
Can you do his voice?
No. So he doesn't speak, does he? So who are we likening me to then? Who should we go with as lookalikes?
I don't know. I've not got a lookalike for you. I wish I did have. Because I could wind you up.
Do you know who I do get likened to?
Who?
A footballer.
Oh.
Plays for Man City or Liverpool. Plays for England.
Who?
I'll let you have a think.
No, I'm not. I can't think of that.
I can't think it's a.
Hold on a minute. Is it Carl Walker?
No, he was. I tell you, Carl Walker. No, it was somebody that had a picture taken on a rubber duck in a swimming pool a little while ago. I don't know if you've seen that picture.
No, I haven't seen that.
I'll have to Google it because I can't remember who
Gary
it was.
Cahill.
No. Hold on.
That's what
Stand by. I'm going to get the picture up for you if I can.
Raheem Sterling.
Wait.
Dele Alli.
Wait a second. I can't even find. This is making good viewing, this, by the way.
Yeah, I'm like, the suspense is killing me.
It's killing me as well because I can't think of his name. Somebody can help in the chat, but probably nobody likes English footballers.
That you don't know whether he plays for Liverpool or Man City either.
It's gone out of my head because you're putting me under pressure.
Are you meant to be a England and football fan?
I'm meant to be, but it's not working out at the moment because I'm under so much pressure trying to like manage your channel that it's because you keep disappearing.
Emil Heskey. There we go.
No, I've just figured who it is and he doesn't pay for either of them.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
Go on.
I'm not sure if this is going to come up on my screen, but tell me if you think this is a likeness.
Oh, there's suspense.
Right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. You do look a little bit like him, Declan Rice. Yeah,
Google it.
I can see the similarity a little bit.
I've got
So
slightly more money than Declan Rice, and I'm probably a little bit better at football. But other than that, I think there's a very strong comparison.
Hey,
Not as
look
good as
out
David
Declan Rice
Beckham.
when the leg's sorted.
Yeah. I just don't. I've got Josh Stones. No.
He plays. Never heard of him. Declan Rice. He plays for a team we've never heard of, or my dad's never heard of either. He plays for West Ham, doesn't he?
He does. And Russell's put, I smell better. I'd like to
Well,
say that, but
exactly.
I've never sniffed Declan Rice, so I can't tell. I'm sure he smells delightful.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I don't really think. Oh God, what would he smell like? He's a West Ham player.
Bubbles.
Did he sent Declan Rice? Don't know. I don't know him well enough to send him. And you're better looking anyway, Kev. Don't worry about him. Forget him.
Thanks.
Forget him.
I'm over him. I'm done.
He's nothing. He's nothing compared to you. What's he got on you?
They've just said on the chat as well, is it Curzio? Just said that had an amazing season. He did have an amazing season last season.
He very much did, yeah. Maybe Spurs can sign him.
I doubt it. Have you seen, I'm changing the subject completely, have you seen Willian? I was going to say Will.i.am. Have you seen Willian's change clubs?
Where's he gone?
Chelsea to Arsenal, apparently.
No.
That's what I heard yesterday. Don't know if it's true.
He's still got a lot to offer. I think it'd be a great signing for Arsenal, if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know if that is true, but it was a good, it was interesting.
Big acquisition, but going from Chelsea to Arsenal, that way he won't be liked very much, will he?
No, but again, look at Sol Campbell. He managed it. His career went from strength to strength, didn't it?
It certainly did. Right, Kev, so I'm going to let you get on with your day. Thank you very much for coming on. I will catch up with you once you've had your operation. Just keep me updated what's going on. Text me regularly, and I will speak to you very soon. I've got to go and cook these enchiladas. Mum, Dad, Darren, if you want to come round for a coffee, you're welcome to, and come beat me up. That's fine. But thank you for everybody that's joining me, that's joined the live. John, Russell, some of Darren's subscribers in here today as well. So thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate it. And it's been a good laugh. Thank you, Kev.
No worries. Thanks for chatting, and hello to everybody and goodbye to everybody.
And next time we speak, you'll have a decant of Man in the Mirror, and we'll have a chat about what you think of that.
Cool, yeah.
All right.
I shall speak to you soon.
Excellent. They can come round as well, Darren. I'll see you soon, everyone. Take care of yourselves.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Stay there, Kev.